I don't want to listen to my music with maybe elderly people and feel uncomfortable. Yeah, so sinibwelela bashetani ndalama niseba mefani tezo segura maketani. Mabroko nipanga vegan nenze option manje bajibe option I push through the dead simuona so erosion itafika osafika pafupi zatambika panyuzi ini toast to family na mahomi baromia.
Hello my beautiful people, welcome to ZMBTalks. My name is EDNA, I am the People's Bay. I'm sure you're used to this pretty face. Remember to subscribe in case you haven't. Share, invite people, share the link to every episode that you've watched and enjoyed on this channel. Now my guest today is one of the smartest rappers that we have in the industry. You could tell from the lyrics how he delivers, how he rolls out his works. I'm talking about the one and only Stevo, the rap guru. I was expecting the Bantu.
Nilipamtuda.
Come on now. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm great.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Do you watch this show?
I used to, but of late it's really been hard for me because of a lot of things. But I do watch the show and I love it because you guys are sourcing out local talent and promoting the arts. So big ups to you for that.
Thank you. I was saying to myself to say you look more serious in your music videos than in person.
Oh yeah, I get that a lot. Many people think I'm so rough, too gangster, but that's entertainment.
Yeah.
I think it should be treated as entertainment.
Because I was like, I don't know what I was expecting to see. But then I'm like, okay, it's a Stevo, same Steve. I'm like, okay, all right. Yeah. So now you're actually our special guest today because there's something that we've introduced.
Okay, great.
Yes. So now our topic today is, let's take for instance, before one starts dating, is it necessary for them to weigh their pockets, to have a budget before approaching a certain woman they have interest in?
Okay. I think that's a complicated, it's not very much complicated per se, but what I would say, my take on relationships is there are different reasons why people start relationships. For others, it's a source of income. For others, it's a source of pleasure. Like, for others, it's because they're bored. It's just different. Others are serious, like they want to grow something from that. You know what I mean? So there are many reasons. So from that perspective, for others, it's okay for you to start looking at your pockets. But bear in mind that relationship is like an investment. It's like a seed that you are sowing, and you want to grow and get results out of. You know what I mean? So if you're going to start a relationship, you need to know what you want out of it. So for certain people, they want a relationship to be a fun experience, like where it's all about, like going out, doing all these things, like maybe expensive things. But I think a relationship, for me, it's a process of, it's like before you start work, like you apply for a job, you have to go to grade 1, and you go to university, and so it's like a process of understanding each other and preparing each other for that big step, which could be maybe marriage or something like that. So if you look at it from a perspective of just money, it means that you ruin the whole idea of a relationship, because a relationship is about understanding each other from the basics, from the points where you don't have money, the points where you have money, the points where you see the challenges of the other person, the strengths, the weaknesses. You look at the strengths so that you can boost those, and the weaknesses so that you can help that person work on their weaknesses. So it's vice versa. You're doing that for your partner and your partner is doing that for you. So you grow each other until you reach a point where you understand that, okay, this one I can spend the rest of my life with. You know what I mean? So now, if I'm thinking about money so much, money is a very important aspect of our daily lives, because we have to move, we have to eat, we have to, dress up, we have to pay bills and whatnot. It's very important. But it is not the defining measure of a successful relationship or a good relationship. It's part of that, as making time is part of a successful and healthy relationship. Just making time itself, being there for someone, motivating, encouraging, supporting. There's all sorts of things that help, make a successful relationship. So money is just part of it. You can have a lot of money, but you don't have time. Like, let me say, maybe if I'm working somewhere, I'm a business person, I might be giving my girlfriend a lot of money, but if that girlfriend or that wife loves me and I don't find time to spend with them, there'll be someone who'll be filling in gaps for those things, like time when they want to talk to someone, or they want that motivation or some advice, or someone else will be filling in those gaps. That's why you find cracks in today's relationships, because we focus at just one thing, which is the flashy side. So you find people marrying, divorcing after a year. There are all these loopholes. So that's what I can say about it.
So in short, you're saying if you like, just go for it.
Yeah, you have to trust yourself, and you have to have confidence in yourself. If you like someone, there are 3 steps. The first one is the attraction, the physical attraction, that you admire someone. Wow. Then now you get to interact, which is the second, where now you are getting to know their mental makeup, like how they think. You get to talk within a space of 10 to 30 minutes. You'll be able to get some content of how they reason, their personality and whatnot from there. You know what I mean? The more you do that, the more you get to know. Then now there's the aspect of action now. Because someone can be saying positive things, right things, like, I would do this, but can they do that? So now there's the action. So there's the physical, which you just see from afar. There's the interaction. Then now there's the action. Yeah. So from those steps, you are able now to get the real product. If you are to be, involved in a relationship with someone. So if you want to be in a relationship, don't be scared from afar. You might see a beautiful girl or a handsome man, and you don't know their personality. You get to talk to them, and you might not know. They are not even maybe focused with what you are scared of.
Right.
And most of these people that look scary, girls, men, ladies, whatever, most of them are actually lonely, and they're actually scared. So
it's already
we
sounding
underestimate ourselves.
Like a therapy session right now.
Because many people are scared, so they don't get to interact with them. You know what I mean? So some get to be involved with wrong people who have been exposed a lot, so they know that they can prey on those people, and they get to be abused because of that. So let's just follow our gut. Yeah.
Nice. I love that. Let's take, for instance, your nephew comes to you for some advice. Or not really advice per se, but you're having a conversation and he says, oh, by the way, Uncle Stevo, my girlfriend and I are planning on opening a joint account.
Okay.
What would be your advice to him?
So I would want to know the stage of life that they are at.
Let's say that 2 years into this relationship.
No, not the stage of the relationship, but the stage of their life. Because there are stages in life.
They're in their 20s. Okay, well, so which stage?
They're in their 20s.
They're in their 20s.
So they are exploring.
Yes.
They're okay. So at that stage, because there's that teenage stage where the exploring is too much. You don't know what's what. You hear things, you see things. Then in the 20s, you start experiencing those things that you hear. Then in the 30s, you now know, like, this is this, Some people are lucky, they get to know those things in their 20s, like, mid and whatnot, but it's a process all in all. So now issues of finance are very sensitive. I'm speaking as though I'm a finance guru or something, but yeah, so they're very sensitive because what is the binding agreement, that you have, for you to decide to start up to have a joint account? Because at that stage, probably all of you maybe are in college, and in college, maybe for the ladies, they might reach a stage where they are ready to get into serious relationships with men who are maybe not in college, you know. But for those guys that are in college, they can't. It's rare that they'll be involved with people at the same level, because women want someone who's a bit advanced than them. It could be financially, you know, mental makeup, you know, spiritual, you know. So women want someone who can either lead, guide, you know, and, you know, all that stuff. So when you're trying to enter in a situation where you want to open an account together, it's okay.
So it's a go-ahead.
It's okay if you want to do a business. It's fine. You can. There are rules there to sign, like signing arrangements, where you say no, only two can sign, only one can do this. Yeah, you can open a joint. Depends why you want to open a joint account. You can open a joint account as long as you both of you are making an income. Like you're working, someone is working, maybe you're saving together. You want to do something. Well, that's okay. But the most advisable situation would be when you are in a serious relationship that is graduated from just girlfriend and boyfriend to maybe husband and wife. I think that's good, or maybe fiancé. But it's easy for people to get carried away with other things that you might, you know, just leave each other, because at that time you are all getting to know each other. So yeah, issues of finance, they're very sensitive.
I know, right?
So
I know.
So I would tell them it's up to you, but I would tell them what I've just from explaining. Like, look, if you don't have enough money and you're getting a small amount of money and you want to start saving with your partner, at that stage where you haven't even reached to a place, you don't even know each other so much. It's just those, you know. It's dangerous, but yeah.
Alrighty. You know where the danger is.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah.
Now we get into our interview.
Yeah.
I was at St. Monica's. So when
You're lying.
Yes.
You're lying.
I was at St. Monica's.
You're lying.
I'm telling you, that was my reaction when someone said Stevo was at Chizongwe. I'm like, you're lying.
When were you at St. Monica's?
I was at St. Monica's 2009.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
What's with the wow? You're having some memories?
That's cool.
What is life achievement?
No, like St. Monica's is a place I was so aware of. I've stayed there actually before.
For real?
Yeah, staying at the same premises. And I had a lot of friends from there. You know, Chizongwe and St. Monica's, these are like, you know, friends, partners, you know, there are all those relationships, you know, those activities, the drama activities, the entertainment. Yeah. So St. Monica's is a school that I'm so familiar with. Yeah.
Were you that famous in school?
Yeah, I was.
Oh, you're famous?
Yeah.
For what? For what were you?
Not for music though.
What?
I didn't even know about this music thing though. I was famous for drama.
Oh.
Yeah, drama, acting, and even dancing.
Even dancing?
Yeah, we used to dance. And at some point I even did those things like modeling, shanshan.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I was just in the entertainment circles so much.
Why didn't you carry on with drama?
I think it's something that I still can do, but I think it's not something that I didn't like. I don't know what I can say. Maybe I didn't get to meet people who, you know, in those circles.
Yeah.
But it's something that I was actually known for more than the music.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I was known more for that. I was actually the chairperson for drama.
Oh.
Yeah. And I actually won those Natas things.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So that's why maybe it's really easy for you to actually shoot your music videos, because
Yeah.
you're used to the acting,
Yeah,
you're used to the dancing, you're used to
yeah.
the movement.
Yeah. You know, the arts, that platform I had from high school really played a big role in my music career. The music aspect to my life was something that I didn't even know of. It just came as a mistake. It was
What
actually...
do you mean by mistake?
Yeah, I never saw myself rapping.
How did you start then?
It was my brother. You know, he had issues with some people who he was working with in the studio at some point. Then he decided to start his own studio in the bedroom. So.
When you say your brother, you mean DJ Mzenga Man?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that was 2009 or something. So when he started that in the bedroom, he was working somewhere at that particular time. He was working, I think that was Standard Chartered Bank or Airtel. Kuja head office. So he used to have a store where they used to make CDs. Then he was also interested in music so much he could play the keyboard at church and whatnot. So he started doing music, like, you know, rapping and all that stuff. Yeah. So he didn't know what he was really, really good at, but he was just interested in the music. So he started working with certain guys who were famous in the hood at that particular time. And he had some issues with them at some point. So he decided, he told me actually, Steve, my guys waja, so I think in November studio yang. I asked them to say, can you teach me how to produce? They told me it's a long process. It would take maybe 2 years or something. So me, I believe I can do it. I was like, oh, but just forget it. Me, I actually.
This was after you completed.
Yeah, this was like I finished my school. So he was telling me, I want to start the studio thing. I was like, hey, I think just forget about it. And I actually discouraged him. Then he said, the husband to my sister had a lot of instruments. He's still there. He loves reggae and stuff. So he was like, actually, know someone who used to work with Jerry Fingers. I think who taught Jerry Fingers or something. Like, I can tell that person to come. You can just have to pay them. They can come for like 3 days or something. Then he was like, okay, tell them. Then that person came actually for 3 days. Those were weekends, like Sunday. Taught Mzenga Man just basics. Mzenga Man built it up. Started doing his YouTube, learning, making beats, and now through that process, I used to listen to that time hip hop, the DJ Khaled coming up, the Lil Waynes, the Rick Ross, So I started at one point. I just playing around, singing the lyrics of Lil Wayne on the Mzenga Man beat, and Mzenga was like, "Let's try to record that." I was like, you? I was like, try. Then I tried, and he was like, "This is actually good." I was like, Then he mixed that and gave me, and I used to go to the gym a lot. I used to lift weights. So when going to run in the morning, I started listening to that, and it propelled me to want to more. And I started saying, I've written some stuff. Can I record? He was like, okay, fine. I did. Then someone he was like, Then it started growing like that. Next thing in the hood, I was known. Next thing, I recorded some stuff. I was at a certain college, Lutebim, in a small uni at that time, in town. And I took the CD to Fanatic. He was playing Hip Hop Express, Joy FM, because I listened to the show. Kulivena 428, when Eddie Black, at that time they are popping, like and I took it to say, I want you to play this. The song was like blood pressure. I just was talking about biological things and whatnot.
Do you remember the lines?
I can some, but it's really been long. So now, played that, and people called in. Who's that guy? Then Fanatic called me the other day to say, hey, people like you. You should bring more stuff, and you should even come for an interview. That was the beginning.
How then did you mentioned biology. How then did you start to incorporate biology into your lyrics? Was it a way of just making you unique, stand out? How did that happen?
I don't know. Don't know. I was just.
But
I
do
don't
you
know.
research before telling us medulla, mechanchan, ukomwine, achitashan? Do you research about it? Do you know what you're really talking about? Or just...
I think my exposure with reading, movies, what I'm interested in is what has given me an edge.
Okay.
Yeah, like that's just where it comes from. Nothing like Okay. Of course, research is important. Sometimes I do research, but from that perspective, it was just because of that age. Like I love movies so much. So the stuff I watch, the stuff I listen, music, Shani, all that has shaped me. Things I've passed through. That's that.
Oh, nice. Yeah. But never have you studied science?
Studying it how?
Like going to school just to sit down and start learning about the brain. Okay. So you studied teaching methodology?
No. I didn't do that.
What did you study?
I did. I've got Bachelor of Arts degree in Public Administration.
From UNZA?
Yeah, from the University of Zambia, and I've got a diploma in business management, and I'm doing my master's in economics and finance.
Nice. Why did you decide to pursue your master's?
Last year. Yeah.
You're like, let me just go for it.
Yeah, just, yeah. Yeah, something else.
Yeah. And then a lot of people get shocked when they find you in the bank.
Oh, in the bank?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you still there?
Yeah.
So you do 9 to 5?
I've been with the bank from 2018.
2018?
Yeah.
Did you get it because you're Stevo or because of your qualification?
Actually, at the bank, it's nothing concerning music. It's just work.
I get it. So now that you mentioned you're distributing your music to people like Fanatic, how then did you just like cement your name in the industry now?
Okay. I think I was one of, I think God's favor was on me.
Okay.
I can't say I own the, I can't just give myself the credit. I think God played a huge role in my career growth and development. Maybe it's because of my background, I don't know, but yeah.
When you say background, what do you mean?
I come from a Christian home.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you were to know my personal life, you'd be very much surprised.
But that's why we're here.
Yeah. my dad was a pastor.
Oh.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I'm a boring guy.
Who said people who don't drink and smoke are boring?
Maybe I was born dope. Yeah, but yeah, so I think that also helps me to focus on things I want to achieve. Yeah, but I'm a very social guy, and I've learned a lot from different people. I was lucky enough to be given the privilege of being signed under XYZ Entertainment back in 2013. It was a good run, good journey. It taught me a lot, opened a lot of doors for me. And from that, I got some social capital, which up to now works for me. And I did my own thing after leaving. And up to now, I think it's just hard work, Yeah, so it's really been a good journey. Gotten a couple of awards, dropped an album. Yeah, just a lot has been happening. But I know you've got a lot of questions for me.
I know, but first now I'm shocked. I'm like, oh, you're a PK. By that I mean a pastor's kid. What was it like growing up in a pastor's shop?
Actually, not many people knew about that because it was
what church?
A Reformed church in Zambia.
I go to Reformed church.
We are lying.
Oh. So what that you say?
Oh,
the one.
Which one?
The one in Choston, Patang.
Oh, nice. Nice. So yeah, like being a pastor's kid has been, it's really been a tough and also enriching experience because many people expect a lot from you. It's like being a teacher's kid. People want you to be intelligent. Being a doctor, they want you to be a doctor. Being a lawyer, so I was a lawyer. Being a but my father's father was not a pastor. My father was called for that. So you are called. You know what I mean? But that does not take away the issues of morality, ethical things like being, upright and just doing the right thing when the right thing is needed to be done.
Why don't you drink and smoke?
I don't judge anyone who does that, but it hasn't been my thing.
Have you tried?
I haven't tried smoking. I haven't tried that.
Even at cheesy?
No, I didn't. I was just in another world. Just
dancing.
Dancing. I think that was moving me so much.
Yeah. So it helped you stay away from those things.
I think it's important to know who you are. When you know who you are, you know where you know. Mostly when you don't know, I think it's something hard to judge.
Yeah.
Because everyone has got their own experience. So sometimes other people get moved. They try this and they like it. So be careful what you try, but it's important to try out things because that's where you can know where your gift is. Everyone is gifted.
True.
Every single person on earth. And I'll say this. If you're hearing me anywhere you are, you have the capacity to be the most successful person in this world, to become very rich, very established and all that. You don't have to just dream it. It can be. But the thing is, you need to know what God gifted you with. You can't know what God gifted you with if you don't try.
The congregation is proud.
So you need to try. Oh, I'm sounding like a pastor. Oh, no. Runs in the blood.
Right?
Yeah.
So tell me something. Has it been easy having an older brother in the industry?
Having
an older brother?
It's been rough.
How?
Because many people think you have it easy. To tell you the truth, the relationship I have with DJ Mzenga Man is business. Nothing. When we were starting, we had that thing where things were not defined. But the time I decided to go solo, me and DJ Mzenga Man agreed that what I do does not concern him, and what he does not concern me. Because at the point I was leaving XYZ, going in solo. There were a lot of things I was going through. School was on my neck. I was just trying to find myself. I had a lot of financial issues going on with my life, and I was trying to start staying by myself. So I did not want a lot of conditionalities on me and too many commitments to meet. When you are assigned, you have got commitments, you have got people you have to report to, you have got a lot of things happening. So graduating, starting my own life, and just was something else. But at that point, that move that I made was my decision. And because it was my decision, it did not have to affect the relationship that Mzenga Man had with XYZ. Okay. Because at that particular time, it was okay because I didn't live on a bad note. I didn't have any bad blood. But to the fans,
it seemed like that.
Yeah. So if the fans, a lot of people were insulting me, a lot of people were calling me names, a lot of people were telling me, "We are done."
How was it for you at that time?
It was bad, but it used to fuel me. It actually gave me a lot of energy to go back in the studio and just put. Actually, it's what even made me force myself to go back in the studio. I was not even going to go back soon, but because people were like, "You are done, Kwasi, I wish Shan," not understanding anything that was happening at that particular time. People love negative energy. They love to put, oil, chani, kuma, so that things should. So at that time, I was forced to start trying to go to the studio, but things were tough. Yeah, so I had to go back to the studio before the time I actually said I would be out. Yeah. So I started going back to the studio, trying to record and explain myself, which was, I don't even know I was explaining myself in the lyrics, trying to say, no, Nasanka school, because after school I want to find a job in case things go sideways. That's what I was talking about, those things. You can't define me, you can't. There was a lot of trying to tell people, because I can't, the people, those people that loved me because of where I was, were saying, we're not playing your music now.
Yes.
You are like the lost son or lost sheep. We don't know you anymore. We knew you because of this. So it was a tough one. But yeah, God worked things out, and here we are. Yeah.
Did you at that point? Did you feel like you had to start, rebuilding your relationship with your fans?
Yeah. It was a tough situation. It was like a war, because I started seeing people some of them are not my fans. they were, they are not my fans. They were just, so it was a moment of truth, knowing where I stand. Like, you might think like everyone's with you, but
Okay. I almost forgot one important. Oh no! How can I forget?
How many minutes now?
No. We still have a long time. All right. So, what is I about to ask now? So yeah, speaking about XYZ, yeah, when you left, a lot of people expected to be that. Like, we expected you and them not to get along, but then now it's like, oh, you guys are getting along, and I'm sure there's no bad blood now.
A lot of decisions made at different stages of our life have got their own consequences.
Yes.
Yeah, when you are young, you make a lot of different decisions because of the current situations or circumstances you're passing through. Yeah. I'm happy to say I don't have any issue unless someone has just a personal issue. But Slabdi is like my older brother.
Yeah.
And he gave me platforms he gave me opportunities I can't take away. I can't take away that from him, And he taught me a lot of things, and most of his advice I've implemented at different levels of my music career.
Nice.
And up to now, I still hope, I hope we can still work, and a lot of things actually in the pipeline.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I enjoyed the session we had during the Mzenga Man 2022 Cypher. I had not been in the Mzenga Man Cypher from 2019.
Was that deliberate?
Yeah, I didn't see any reason. He had been inviting me, but
because I put it like
always
Cypher band at Mzenga Man and Namuza chose a verse because help me, guys.
I feel like a cobra mkg.
Yes.
That's just poetry.
Aye.
That's just poetry.
Yeah.
Nothing else. That's poetry. As a hip hop artist, you have to believe in yourself. You have to have confidence. You have to always believe you're number one. If you can't believe you're number one, then you're not a real MC.
Nice.
Yeah. So
nice.
Those are just lyrics. Those people that really understand rap, they'll tell you that he's just marking his territory. He's just saying he's a guru. If I'm saying I'm the rap guru, then I can't, I have fans that really, rally.
My uncle is one of them.
Oh, awesome. So that's a guru, man. That's a guru speaking. So, yeah.
Okay, I love that. I love to hear that. And also, how have you managed to build your brand away from controversy?
I've tried to be real and original. If you follow my Facebook posts, my social media posts in short, or my lifestyle, I don't usually just try to make a stand so that people can, talk about me. Or like, Stevo, watch a shoot. I don't, because I'm real with myself. I'm not going to do something just to get... I just want you to love me for me, and I'm going to deliver, on what I've said. Okay, if I set some goals, I want to do this. Just do that.
What happened to your situations? I think that's one of the main reasons why people fell in love with Stevo, the rap guru.
I think that question is a simple question for me. It's not even a tough one. The situation, if you follow the situation...
You're no longer in situations.
Yeah?
You're no longer in situations.
No. That was, like I said, it's just entertainment. So, no one told me to start the situation. So I feel no one should tell me when to end the situation.
But you know what? Why did you give us music videos?
The situation was a story that had an end to it.
Okay.
That was all a dream.
Okay.
If you listen to the last part, which is part 4, it happens that I was sleeping and I was having that dream, and Mzenga Man woke me up. Because he woke me up, everything ended. If he didn't wake me up, the situation would have continued going. So blame it on DJ
Mzenga Man, please. Why?
He woke me up. So listen to part 4, and then for issues of videos for the situations, the situation concept, the design, when I thought of that idea and I did it, I was not looking at something that you need to watch. Like, I was thinking of my creativity space at that particular time was to try to create pictures with words. I said, I don't have the capacity to do movies, but I'm gonna create a movie with words, things that you can listen and create pictures. That is the idea, because everyone who listens to the situation, if you listen to it carefully from the first one, second, third, and fourth, everyone has got their own picture. You are seeing me in a room doing this and this. You have a picture of how that room is looking. You have got the color. You're thinking about the clothes that people are wearing, all that. So everyone, now imagine the whole Zambia has got their own image of that. Now, if I do a visual, there are a lot of people who will be disappointed, even if there was a lot of fund for the situation. A lot of money was pumped in, they'll be disappointed because they had their own imagination. So I gave them the power to imagine, you know what I mean, with the words. That was the whole idea for the situation.
That makes sense. I'm going to show you something after the interview, because something that was done in the UK, similar to situation. So it's done, I think, 8 years ago. But we still go back to watch the same short clips. So I'm like, I wish Stevo did situation. I wish Stevo did the same for situation.
If we were to do something, it would have been expensive. That one.
Yeah.
A lot of people actually reached out. I would say over 50 people.
Wow.
Reached out to say who would want to shoot a movie for it and whatnot. But they reached out without knowing the budget that would be needed. The budget would be insane. Like, not really insane, but they would need a lot of money for them to shoot, because I would want them to be so in touch with what was being said, of which I know it's a tough conversation.
I get you. Let's talk about Saved 2019. We got saved in 2019. When next are we going to be saved?
Saved album was a great album.
Yeah.
Defining mark in my career.
That's the first.
Yeah, that was the first album, the first Stevo album. I worked with a lot of different artists. At that particular time, I was trying to work with everyone, and that album was saying thank you to the music, because the music played a major role in my life. If I was not doing music, I don't know where I would have been, to be honest, because before I got a job, I literally was depending on music, and music was helping me pay the bills, just maintain myself, and just be a normal person before I found the job. So that's why I say that my first album would be called Saved, because I was really saved by the music. It did a lot. It was really tough, to be honest. So nice. that was the whole idea of Saved. And
Nkoloko was it in Saved?
Yeah, Saved had Amani Sunga featuring Isa, had Nkoloko featuring Wheels. It had Neka featuring Kekero. It had Bedside featuring Dave.
Beautiful song, that one. It
had Power featuring Sheffy. If I had the power to do anything, I would do Shan, all that. It had a lot of
that song raised a lot of controversy as well, yeah?
Yeah. It had a lot of songs in it, and all of them were successes.
Yes.
Yeah. So from there, from 2019, I was supposed to drop another album. I started working on another album, which is Corporate Hustler. Corporate Hustler, come on! But,
I love that.
Yeah, but at the moment, I'm not focused on it.
Why?
Because of other things. Right now, I realized that I've got a lot of work to do, as opposed to just dropping an album. I owe my fans a lot. I kind of let them down because of things I was passing through at a personal level that not everyone can understand. I was marrying. I was trying to stabilize myself, and sometimes music requires a lot. It requires a lot of time. So I stayed for almost 2 years. I can say a year fully. Like last year, I didn't drop any song.
But you were recording.
Yes. I was recording, but I didn't drop any song, nothing. 2021, I only dropped one song. Yeah. So, I think there were just a lot of things happening. From the time I married in 2021, actually, I focused on just family life. Yeah, family life and all that. So fans were just complaining.
I think you lost visibility, Stevo.
Yeah, people were
We
complaining.
don't see you at shows. I personally don't see you at events.
Yeah, so events, it's a matter of being invited. I can't force myself. I think I put some standards to if you don't call me, I don't think I'll have to force myself on you. Yeah, if I can't blame anyone for that. I think what makes people talk about you is the consistency and of which before Saved, I was really trying by all means doing everything I could. But it was really tough because there was a certain segment of people that just did not want to, there's a segment of people that maybe would not want to, embrace you. Even if you push. I think that you've noticed this, there are some artists that really do good music, but you find that they are not, audible enough. Yeah. It is not that they are not good. Sometimes it's because maybe the fans listening to them would love them actually. But the channels, they might not have the keys to the channels, which is a very tough thing. That's why I'm saying big ups to you, because you are out there sourcing talent, giving people platforms so that they can, get to communicate with their fans and also interact, and they can be, pinpointed, and say, oh, there's this person and whatnot. So I think that's what I can say. So events, I'm ready for the events this year, and this year I've got a lot of things coming.
Nice.
I know people say this is my year. Yeah, I know everyone is gonna
say
that. But for me, I don't even need to emphasize it. You will tell me to say, oh, I think Stevo, you said, So last year my fans, I told them, no, I'm gonna drop something, and my fans were, Stevo. I felt bad, I was watching them, I was like, oh man, guys. Don't worry, I'm preparing some good stuff. So now we're ready. So the boy is on.
Let's go.
I think the first video came out with Mumbayati. A lot of good stuff is coming. Next week, something is coming.
Okay.
Almost every month,
nice.
We're gonna be having maybe something, and it's really gonna be top notch and good. So yeah, I'm here now.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll keep our conversation short, purposely, because I also want these interviews to become a series of situations.
Okay.
So in situation part 1. In situation part 1, per ZMBTalks. Okay. But before we wrap it up, right?
Yeah.
There's a song that you did with Drifter featuring you and J Cash. And on it, you said something like, "Banani shutila album at too many features. When I'm govachosa, pankalaziba makwicha," something like that.
Okay, I remember that line.
What did you say?
I can't use the exact words, but my argument on that verse was, I dropped an album and I had a lot of criticisms about me working with a lot of artists. Again, there are other people that dropped albums before me and after me that had a lot of features, but were not subjected to the same scrutiny as me. That was my argument, but not that I was targeting a particular artist. I think that time there were a lot of albums, about 4 or 5 albums. And when you look at almost all those albums, even up to now, the albums that you see like drop now, you find like maybe 2 or 3 songs from the owner of the album, and a lot of collaborations. Of course, every artist has got a reason why they work with different people and want to work, because maybe they are tapping the certain energy from them, or maybe they want to introduce that person to their audience and also get to be introduced to that artist's audience. and maybe for just purposes of creating good music because of the chemistry that is there. So there are a lot of reasons. For me, I was trying to establish social capital with my colleagues in the music industry, and also strengthen my best, looking at where I was coming from. A lot of people had, detached from me, and I was trying to get that connection back, and also just to explore the other side of me, because you can see I was dropping the situation alone. I was not working with anyone. I was dropping push, hustle alone. I was dropping a lot of songs alone. So I said, why am I just... I know I can do it myself, but I think let me also work with other people. But again, everything has got... People are always going to have something to say. You work alone, why don't you work with this person? Why are you not working with this? You work with someone, why aren't you also working with this person? There's always a why somewhere. So... Yeah, so I was just saying, at that time, I felt bad because I put in a lot of energy, a lot of work. And those are some of the reasons why I just like, let me just do some other things first, then I'll come back.
So, all right, thank you so much for just finding time to sit down with us on ZMBTalks. We really appreciate it. And I know your fans are going to kill me if you just don't give us something. So I'm just going to wrap up, and then you do your thing, and we'll close the show.
Okay, so I've got a new song featuring Mumbayachi called Winning. Guys, stream it. You know why you need to stream it is because the numbers are important. Today it's all about numbers. So subscribe to my YouTube channel, Stevo Rap Guru. Follow me on Facebook, Stevo Rap Guru. On Instagram, Stevo Pamtunda. Let's get to know each other. You know? These songs that I'll be dropping have got a different level of growth to me. I think I hope I don't disappoint you guys. I'm also trying to send a certain message. I hope I can change a life out there. You know what I mean? It's not just gonna be about killing. Like, I hope I can send some message, because music is very important, and I don't want to listen to my music with maybe elderly people and feel uncomfortable. So sinibwelela bashetani ndalama nisele bamefani tezo segura maketani mabroko nipanga uvegan nenze option manje balibe option. I push through the dead, simuona so erosion itafika osafika pafupi zatambika panyuzi ini toast to family na mahomi baromi atwenze sinenze to the people who knew me. I can't be everyone's fire mukafika mujune. If I go out, I am paid. Sinipe for melamo. I would rather be mu bank. Muzika mbachana soba. Buying stocks. Nama shares. Nika fika. They behave. Digging me. Pali ponse monga plot. Mu PF. Guru!
Come on! Stop for melamo, man. Yes! Subscribe!